Hi friends, I've got another story to share with you, another drawing story. So if you want to grab a pencil or a pen, marker, and a piece of paper, or maybe you have a dry eraser board like I do, then you can join me and we can tell the story together and draw together. So this is how the story begins. One day, Pip and Peep wanted to go camping, so they packed up their tents and decided to go camp at the top of the great oval lake. Let's draw an oval. An oval looks a lot like a circle, doesn't it? It's just a little bit longer. So, once they got to Oval Lake, they took out their tents and they set them up. Pip set her tent up here, Peep set her tent up here, and then they decided to go exploring. They walked around the lake and discovered that on both sides of the lake, there was a sandy beach. On each side of the lake had a sandy beach. And then down way at the bottom of the lake on the far end, it had 2 pine trees. And from there, they could see way up to the top of the lake where there were 2 islands. Well, they wanted to go explore those islands, so they went up, they packed their bags, packed a picnic, got in their canoe, and rowed out to the first island. There, because it was a little chilly, they decided that they would make a fire. So they made a fire and sat around and had their lunch and ate their peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and snacked on their peas and their carrots and explored the island. Well, then when they were done with that, they put out the fire, because that's the responsible things to do. You never want to leave a fire unattended. They packed up their things, got in their canoe, and left one island and went over to the other island. And now it was getting to be about dinner time. They were starting to get hungry again. So again, they made a fire and sat around talking and singing and playing their ukuleles and banjos, roasting their marshmallows and making s'mores, having a good old time. It was starting to get a little dark right by then, and at this point there was the fireflies were coming out, and they could see 6 fireflies dancing over the middle of the lake. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They realized because it was getting dark and the fireflies were coming out that maybe it was time for them to get going. So they put out their fire, packed their stuff up, got in their canoe, and rowed back to the edge of the lake. From there, they went back up into their tents and just about fall asleep when they heard a hoo, hoo, hoo. Can you guess what they heard? And guess what you drew? What'd you guys draw? Is it an owl? Do you see the owl? Good job. See ya.